What's taking so long, man?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. I am your host, of course, Andre the Torch Robinson, the fire starter in the freaking building. All right. I'm gonna let y'all know right now that our show is brought to you by what I'm gonna need for my guy on the right of me, Raid. Get rid of pestilence when you can. Raid. All right, Raid. We got some other things coming up too on the show. Um, that you're going to need to know, all right, as far as promotion and advertising. But nevertheless, shout out to WDAP Radio and WDAP TV for, the platform. I have my guy who I've been waiting a long time for. I've been waiting for a long time. And as you can see his background, his team is better, and he's the only one who knows it. My guy Jay Renard is in the building, along with the guy that I've been waiting on for a minute as well, Mr. Friday Night Lights himself, Marcus,
Marcus, would you
the
just wake up?
alphabet. Here we go.
No,
Already, already starting it, kicking it off. By the way, like and share the show, man. Marcus the Alphabet's in the building, Jay Renard in the building, myself,
Jay,
I'm
Jay,
here. In the building. Mhm. I'm
Hey,
here as well.
wait a minute.
Now,
Before we even start, we gotta. But before this even just pops off, I gotta do this. That's just a courtesy. It's a courtesy because that's garbage, right? So we gotta clear the air with that. We gotta clear the air with that. So I just want to
yes,
make sure we
yes,
gotta do that courtesy.
please. You know what, Marcus, my man is on a roll.
what is that?
I'm liking the energy. I like the energy from you, Jay Renard, right now. I like that energy. I hope you still got that energy in about a half an hour after I
Mm.
after
I
I
got I got
roast
I
your
got
ass.
you.
on the platform. By the way, this is unadulterated. You will hear a couple swear words, so don't be mad. You gonna hear a couple swear words, but nevertheless, I got two of my favorites in the building, and of course, we're gonna get to some scroll patrol and all that good stuff. But before we do, I have to mention Game 7 tonight. If you are not at some point either TiVo in this game, you don't got it on record, or you ain't watching later on, you ain't no real sports fan to me. I don't care if it's hockey. You ain't no real sports fan. This only happens once in a lifetime, and the Edmonton Oilers versus the Florida Panthers is not just Edmonton Panthers versus Edmonton Oilers versus Florida Panthers. It's USA versus Canada tonight. By the way, Game 7. Pay attention. Two countries going head-to-head tonight in Game 7. Real quick, give me your predictions on who you got winning. Real fast. I'll start with Marcus the Alphabet that's down there that looked like he just got up from a nap. Marcus the Alphabet, starting with you, sir. Who do you got winning tonight?
I can't really go it, man. I can't. I think, in situations like that, whoever comes out hot, man. I don't really follow hockey and baseball and stuff like that until it gets to like the playoffs, because that's when it gets like really interesting.
All right. Jay Renard, who you got?
It's very easy, very simple. I got McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers to make the history since 1942. Let's go!
Yeah, only 4 teams have came back from 3-0 in hockey. 3 of them in the playoffs. 1 since 1942 in the Stanley Cup Final. So only 1 team has done it. We may witness 2 tonight. McDavid may solidify his legacy on Mount Rushmore tonight if they win Game 7 and bring Lord Stanley Cup to that Alberta Canadian home fan base. All right,
He's already breaking Gretzky record. They definitely breaking Gretzky record. So
yeah, they definitely showing up and showing out big time. By the way, now with that being said, that we got that out of the way, we also want to get one other thing out of the way before we get into this phenomenal segment of the show in which, Jay, your ass is in trouble. I promise you're in trouble.
Okay.
Let's get this out of the way. Yesterday, you watched one of the best WNBA games of all time, in my opinion, round 3 of what was the Fever in the Sky last night. Angel Reese, 25-16, first rookie to do that since Asia Wilson. She is phenomenally developing, just like Caitlin Clark, first female to have 17-13 in a game as a rookie as well. She's the first rookie to average 15, 5, and 5 so far within the time that she's been in the WNBA. Give her props as well. We are watching what is a rivalry in the making, or has it already been a rivalry for folks who actually been watching? Now, with that being said, make sure you two.
Hey, one second, Torch.
Oh, my.
1 second, Torch. Jay Renard. I got a question for Jay Renard. Just a little sidebar here. What is a rivalry, Jay? Is a rivalry when one side wins 10-2? Is that still a rivalry?
Dude, it's a rivalry.
Is that is that considered a rivalry?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not a
Yes,
rivalry.
it is. It doesn't matter about wins and losses. It matters when you guys play as much as you do.
Mike Tyson
in those games
and
something.
Evander Holyfield are not rivals. Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield are not rivals.
Listen,
Mike Tyson and James Buster Douglas are not rivals. Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, they're not rivals. If I beat your Scullion every time I see you,
Mike
If I beat your
Tyson
skull
and Buster Douglas.
Yeah. Buster Douglas, who knocked him silly,
Yeah,
that's not a rivalry. If I beat you down
that
every
was
time
one
I see
fight.
you, if I
It
take
was
your
one
lunch
fight.
money,
How was that a rivalry?
it was so. That's what I'm saying. So we'll never know. It's not a rivalry.
What
If
do
I
you mean,
beat
though?
you
Wait
up
a
and
minute.
take
Wait
your
a minute. Wait a minute. But if you look at the record between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins, very close wins and losses. That's a rivalry. Sorry, but
recently
that's
it's
a
not
rivalry.
a rivalry. It's not a rivalry. Just like it wasn't a rivalry between the Buffalo Bills and Tom Brady, and between him and Tom Brady. Just like it wasn't a rivalry between the Buffalo Bills and the Dolphins, because Jim Kelly used to beat the snot out of Dan Marino every time he saw him. That's not a rivalry.
It's a rivalry.
Vanderbilt versus Alabama is not a rivalry. They're just both in the SEC. That's not a rivalry. If I take your lunch money every time I see you, that's not a rivalry. That's not a rivalry anymore. Now we have something developing. This is we're seeing now what's going on. And it's exciting because the only way that you really do have a rivalry is you have equals. We're rival because we're equal, because it's equal. If it's lopsided, Alabama versus most of the SEC, that's not a rivalry. They're just in the same division. That's it. That's just what it is. The Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers are not really rivals, because guess what? The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the snot out of them most of the time that they play. They don't view them as their rival. You know who they view as their rival? The Baltimore Ravens, a team who gives them fits and in competition. If we play, I did not beat you. Me and you are not rivals in fantasy football. You've never beat me. I'm 3-0 versus you in fantasy football. So that's not a rivalry. We just play a lot. That's it. That's how rivalries work. Agassi McEnroe, that's a rivalry. They went back and forth. But when one side just wins all the time, that's not a rivalry. That's called what we call. What was that old? You're a big wrestling guy, Torch. What was the name of that group with Farouk and The Rock and all of them? What was that called? What was the group called?
Nation of Domination.
The Nation of Domination. That's what that is. It's not a rivalry. If I just beat you up every time I see you're limping back home, that's not a rivalry no more. Right now, we got a young, budding, potential rivalry with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. It's brewing, and we'll see what happens. The other thing with rivalries is it takes time. They've only played was this their first time playing, second time playing?
Third time in the WNBA.
Right, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, we'll see. Bird Magic, that was a rivalry. That was kind of a rivalry. And if you really think about it, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, everybody thought that wasn't a rivalry either. He beat the snot out of Peyton Manning every time he saw him, pretty much. So we'll see. We'll see what happens down the road.
Listen.
All right. Now, with that being said, so Andre the Torch Robinson, the fire starter, versus Jay Renard is not a rivalry either. I just want to put that out there right now. Just for shits and giggles, it is definitely not a rivalry. And you're about to see why it's not a rivalry in about 5 seconds when I put this up. Y'all ain't gonna see this.
Wait a minute. Because I got something for both of you.
Go ahead. Okay. Yo, Marcus, make sure that you clip this. Make sure you clip this. You're going to need to clip this. I'm telling you now. You're going to need to clip this. All right. So, we love to get on Scroll Patrol. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. If y'all do not know what's about to happen, We about to have a very big debate on this right here to start off the show. At first, I thought this was coaches, and I'm like, this is funny. But then when I saw that you can make this a conversation of offensive coordinators, I said, oh, this is even more funny. So, Jay Renard, yes, sir. We had a conversation earlier, and we didn't get to the fullness thereof of this conversation. Marcus was in it too, about Mike McDaniel being number 4 on this list. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you have the floor and you explain to all of the world and us that's watching, tuned in, and me and Marcus that's sitting here. Explain to us how Mike McDaniel is number 4 on this list and how this list makes sense.
So what do you mean? Like, because he's ranked number 4 and that you don't think that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So first of all, this was all about head coaches, first of all. But second of all, if you really actually look.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because some of these guys on here aren't head coaches. They're not head coaches. Ben Johnson is not the head coach.
I thought that said head coaches.
Yeah. No, this is actually, it's not even offensive coordinators. It's offensive. It's offensive play callers, which is not the same as an offensive coordinator. You can still be you can be an offensive play caller without being an offensive coordinator. I had to get some clarity with it because I put this up in the Alphabets Football Show group. This is offensive play callers, not offensive coordinators, not head coaches. So I had to get some clarification.
Thank you for clearing it up.
So
good. Thank you for clearing it up.
Here's the first thing this is the first thing that stands out, okay, with Mike McDaniel, right? 2 years head coach, 2 years made the playoffs. So he hasn't missed the playoffs. So he's already brought his team as a first-time head coach, 2 years, 2 playoffs. Okay, that's the first thing.
We're not talking about him as a head coach, though. We're not talking about him as a head coach.
But I'm talking about why he should be where he is on this list.
Marcus, go ahead. Let him rock. Let him rock.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so when he was with San Francisco, was he not one of the best offensive coordinators in San Francisco? Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. He was pretty much, the highest coveted, offensive coordinator that, people were clamoring to get him as a head coach. This guy's young. He's young. And some of these guys on the list, I get it. They're young. But he's one of the greatest young minds right now as an NFL head coach, offensive coordinator, whatever you want to call it. So he absolutely belongs in that top 5. I'd like to see what your reasoning is, how he's not better than Matt LaFleur, how he's not better than Sean Payton, because I don't know, Sean Payton's been out of the league for 3 years and then goes to that dumpster fire Denver? Terrible. Kevin O'Connell doesn't even make the playoffs. He can't even make the playoffs. Dude, I want to know where you think Mike McDaniel should fall on this list if he's not top 5, Marcus?
I think part of your success has a lot to do with your personnel. I think his offense is gimmicky. Yeah, but you're saying, well, this guy, what has he done over there? What does Denver have? What does Denver have? What do they have offensively? Do they have Tyreek Hill? Do they have Jalen Waddle? Do they have Mostert, A-Chain? They don't have any of those type of personnel. So just saying, well, because he did this, I think you have to also look at what tools that you have. Okay, we saw what that Miami offense looked like before they got Tyreek Hill. Does everybody remember that Miami offense before Tyreek Hill? Were they as explosive as they are now? Also, and like I said, it's a gimmicky offense. How explosive, as long as everything is nice outside, everything is perfect, it's 85, 90 degrees, there's no elements or whatever. Me and you did a show before y'all went to Kansas City, and what did I tell you? What did I tell you before that? Because I was there when I said, but I want to see what if you remember what I told you. It's a gimmicky offense that does not travel. All of that stuff that he does, it's gimmicky offense. Football is really it really comes down during the elements and stuff like that. And here's the thing, Tank. You're the only warm weather team in the AFC East. So in the playoffs, more than likely, the teams that you will have to play, unless you're the number 1 seed, which I don't see that happening, you're going to have to go to New York. You're going to have to play the Jets. You're going to have to go to Buffalo. You're going to have to go to Kansas City. You're going to have to go to Pittsburgh. You're going to have to go to Baltimore. And that offense does not travel in the elements. So
We
again,
can beat all those teams.
You can beat all of those teams. Well,
We can beat
football,
all those
it's any given Sunday. I told you before you went to Kansas City in the elements. We're a bear. I go, yeah, you're a bear, but they're a polar bear, and you're going to Antarctica. And it went exactly the way I told you. That type of offense is not a power run in the AFC. In my opinion, you need a power running team in the AFC, in my opinion. Because most of the teams in the AFC, the powerhouse teams in the AFC, they're outdoor, cold weather teams. Baltimore, KC, Pittsburgh, they're all of that. And that's not you.
Marcus, you're forgetting one thing. You are absolutely forgetting one thing when you mentioned that Kansas City game.
Yeah.
Where was our defense? We had zero defense. Zero. We had no guys. We had none. And that game was still close.
What about that explosive offense? What about that unstoppable offense? What about that unstoppable offense where everybody runs 4-3? And guess what? 4-2s and 4-3s. 4-2s and 4-3s in September are not 4-2s and 4-3s in January and February. They're not. When you're out there in the snow, come on, you live in Boston, you live over there. You know that you play at Boston College, right? Did you play at Boston College? What is the weather like in Boston in
Maryland, man, not Boston January?
Maryland, I'm sorry.
Maryland, not Boston
College. Same difference. What is the weather like on the East Coast in December and January? Please, all my meteorologists out there, what is the weather like? What is the weather like on the eastern seaboard of the United States in December and January? Come on, this ain't that hard, Torch. What is it? You live in Buffalo, New York. What is the weather like on the east?
You act like these football players can't play in the cold. Like that's the thing. Like you act like that. There are
some players. Tua Tagovailoa. Okay, everybody who's lived in Hawaii, raise your hand. That's where Tua Tagovailoa went to school at. He went to a high school. He went to a high school in Honolulu called St. Louis High School, with a powerhouse high school in Hawaii. Okay, you know what the average temperature in Hawaii is? About 80 degrees every day, about 300 days a year. Then he goes to Alabama in the deep South. Yes, there are some people who cannot play in the cold. They can't play in the cold. That's why when you're drafted, you need to draft people who fit your system. Yes, in Miami, yes, he does fit Miami's system because it's mostly warm in Miami. But when he has to go out in the elements, and most of the teams that you're going to have to play in the playoffs are outdoor, cold. The powerhouse teams in the AFC are outdoor, cold weather teams, right? Kansas City, cold weather outdoor team. Pittsburgh, cold weather outdoor team. Buffalo Bills, cold weather outdoor team. Baltimore Ravens, cold weather outside team. Cincinnati Bengals, cold weather outside team.
Cleveland Browns, cold weather outside team. Every other team besides you in the AFC East is an outdoor cold weather team. Unless you are the number one seed in the AFC, more than likely you're going to have to go on the road and use that gimmicky ass offense and play against outdoor cold weather teams. And you do not thrive in those conditions. That's all. He's a good play caller until he's got to go outside and play. That's all. He's good. I don't like Sean Payton. I'm with you. I don't think Sean Payton, a lot of his success, more than likely, Drew Brees is going to probably be, everybody who thinks Drew Brees is going to go to the Hall of Fame, raise your hand. That's where all his success came from. Drew Brees. He ain't did nothing since Drew Brees left. Nothing. So I don't have a problem with him being over Sean Payton. Kevin O'Connell, I don't have a problem with him being over Kevin O'Connell. There's a name on here I'd like to see. I like Kellen Moore. I don't know why Kellen Moore is not on here. I think Kellen Moore is a pretty damn good offensive play caller.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
I don't know how he doesn't make the top 10.
He's in Los Angeles now, right? Yeah.
No, he's the Eagles OC now.
Eagles. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's an Eagles OC. Torch, what do you think? You have an issue with this on here? And by the way, Andy Reid doesn't call the plays for yeah.
So once again, I'm gonna shout out everybody. Make sure you like and share. You're gonna want to clip this right now. I promise you wanna clip this, what I'm about to say. Marcus, I've been sitting here listening to you and Jay Renard. You know what I just got finished eating?
What's that?
You know what I just got finished eating before I started this show?
What, some buffalo wings?
I just got finished eating what is the social norm that comes in January when it comes to Miami. The social norm. I just got finished eating the social norm that folks in Miami eat come January time. And no, I'm not talking about that dry ass tuna fish, aka dried up ass pussies. How you got a hot two on that shit to make it have some type of value. I'm talking about barbecue chicken. I just got finished eating barbecue chicken. Marcus, I'm gonna tell you right now, just to be real honest with you, a cataclysmic collision has just happened right here on the show. And I'm gonna tell you how this is very synonymous with sports talk. I dislike the Miami Dolphins now the same way Stephen A dislikes the Dallas Cowboys. Yo, Dallas Cowboys, by the way. That's where I'm at now with the Miami Dolphins talk. All this nonsense, nonsensical, ask the 9, 10, 11, and 12 talk about the Miami Dolphins. And since Jay Renard, you like Dumpster Juice so much, Oscar the Grouch, I got plenty of it for you. Plenty of it at the expense of your team right now. Marcus, what did we think about the Miami Dolphins after week 3 last year? Come on. You like responses, so I'm a ask you some questions. What did we think about the Miami Dolphins after week 3 last year? You know, that was the same time. I thought they were pretty good. I thought they were pretty. They put up 70. We thought that they were world beaters. We were like, they broke like a scoring record. Where they scored like 70 points. 70 points. Come on, Marcus. Come on. We thought come that. On, Marcus. That's what we thought about them now. We thought that they were. I thought that they were pretty explosive. Now I will give them a slight pass. It is hard when you start. No. It ain't your time, Marcus. It ain't your time. It's my time. I'm asking the question. You follow the flush. You follow the flush.
I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait to hear what you got to say.
Unless you want me to give Jay a toilet flush right now, Mr. Dumpster Juice himself, Mr. Oscar the Grouch over here. Yeah, I'm ready to give you a hella dumpster juice. Week 4. For all those who's tuned in watching, what happened to Miami Dolphins? Week 4.
Oh God.
Oh,
here we
that's
go.
right. We found out that they were pretenders as usual. Hold on. We found out that they were pretenders. Oh, no. I didn't talk when you talk. Now, yeah, come on and listen. Week 4, we found out that the Miami Dolphins was pretenders, aka dumpster juice. And after week 4, we know when the Buffalo Bills, I was at that game. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills put up 48 on y'all asses. 48-20 ass whooping y'all caught. Yeah, you know what, Marcus? It's funny because this is very synonymous with the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins remind me of another university that has gotten a lot of popularity because of a certain player that's in Iowa. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Caitlin Clark and those Iowa Hawkeyes. That's exactly what the Miami Dolphins remind me of. The type of team that can beat up on everybody else, but when it comes down to actually winning a game that means something, or actually winning a game against somebody of competition, you see the Miami Dolphins fold up quicker than too long left chicken in an oven, which is the reason why I ate barbecue chicken. Because see, I don't fuck up barbecue chicken, but the Miami Dolphins fuck up chicken though. They fuck up chicken hella fuck up over there in Miami. Hold on. So then we go to weeks 5, 6, and 7. They get back to beating up 5 and 6. They get back to beating up on teams that, you know, the Giants and the Panthers. Whipty-dipty mother do. Wow. But what happened week 7? Oh, that's right. You know what? I know what happened week 7. The guy that I just let into the show, he could tell you what happened week 7. Yo, Dennis the Man Holmes, I know you got them things ready for me. Please tell me you got them things on deck right now while we talking about his dookie ass team. Please go ahead and show my man what we gonna give him today. Tell him what the prize that he about to win.
Yeah, you go wipe your ass. What you gonna do? You go wipe your ass.
Do wipes.
Do wipes.
You go wipe your ass. Okay, wipe your ass with this Miami Dolphins.
What's that? Is that to wipe your mouth?
Now,
after you come from underneath?
Week 7, they get their ass whooped. Hold on.
Look, you're allowed to have a bad. You're allowed to have a bad game. You can't condemn a team just because. Everybody has had. Look, the Kansas City Chiefs came out.
Marcus,
the Kansas City Chiefs came out week 1 and lost. The Kansas City, it happens. I'm not tripping about
you.
Marcus.
Listen, you're messing up the vibe. Hold on, you're messing up the vibe because I got to get to the point. I gotta bring them down on this lovely journey of dumpster juice, aka the Miami Dolphins. Okay, so you lose to the Philadelphia Eagles. I could have sworn the post earlier you was laughing about Jalen Hurts being in the conversation of 5 to 10. You was laughing about that. I wasn't talking about prison sentences. I was talking about literally the 5 to 10 best quarterbacks in the league.
Jalen Hurts
laughed at me on
like.
No.
Dude, Jalen Hurts is one and done, bro. Like I don't know what you're thinking about, but watch the decline happen fast.
I know. Look.
What? Watch the decline happen
fast. I'm getting up under your skin already because I'm sitting up here talking, and you got to try to talk over what I'm saying. Let me cook. Now, week 8, they beat the New England Patriots again. Oh my goodness, the New England Patriots. They went week 9.
Yeah, a team that Buffalo lost to.
Okay, that's 2 teams. Hold on. No, sir. Hold on. That's 3 teams of competition that Miami done lost to straight in a row. Mind you, Jay Renat wants everybody to believe that this Miami Dolphins team was so great on offense. But here's where it gets a little scary. Y'all ever watch Ride Along 2?
Unstoppable offense.
He's going through the girl's phone, when he's going through the dude's phone, and he like, this is where it gets scary. And he start pulling out ringtones. Well, let me pull out some for you. Let me pull out some more dumpster juice for you. Yeah, let's talk about 11, where they barely beat Vegas. They beat the Jets, of course. You're supposed to beat the Commanders. But then in week 14, Lord have mercy. Week 14. You know what Miami ended up doing? You know how we already seeing a pattern of Miami could beat up on all the teams that's underwhelming, but lose to all the good competition. Mr. Such great offensive coordinating, by the way. This ended up happening, y'all. I'll show you what happened. I'll show you. I want please to see what happened. The Tennessee Titans. You remember that game, Jay Minot? No, you wanted to talk a minute ago, but now I'm pulling. I'll need you to talk, and you don't want to talk.
While we're waiting for you to scroll down with this, is Mike McDaniels on the hot seat?
I can't hear you.
Is Mike McDaniels on the hot seat?
No, he's not.
No. Mike McDaniels is not on the hot seat. If they go out there,
be coming up real soon.
If the Miami Dolphins finish third or fourth in the division, Mike McDaniels is not on. He's not on the hot seat.
Nope.
Okay.
Miami,
with all that talent,
Miami's given Mike McDaniel at least a 5 or 6 year leash. So
nobody gets a 5 or 6 year leash. Nobody gets a 5. The only person gets a 5 or 6 year leash is Mike Tomlin. You got the wrong Mike. You got the wrong Mike. The only Mike that gets a 5 or 6 year lease is Mike Tomlin. That's the only one. If he goes out there and you all fall below the Bills, which y'all are already behind the Bills, and you fall behind the Jets, and with Aaron Rodgers coming back, and y'all fall like third.
Why are we behind the Bills? Why are we behind the Bills?
Because they have won.
The Bills don't even have a squad. Like, bro, they don't even
have a squad. You don't have a squad. You don't have a squad. Who's
that Bills team is selling Girl Scout cookies by the time October rolls around. That's how bad that team is.
Sir, you all were in first place in the division. You were
Marcus.
You were
Marcus, are you telling me?
No.
So
let me finish now.
Has a squad.
Hold on.
You're telling me that Buffalo has a
squad. Hold on.
I got a question. That's some bullshit.
Who was the number 2 seed in the
AFC? Buffalo would be lucky if they're third best team in the league. I mean, in the division.
Okay,
you're behind the Buffalo Bills.
I know we got the bet going on, and it's going to be wonderful.
No. Hold on. Now that we found the clip. Jay Bernard, you remember this? Yeah, I know you want to try to erase it from all memory, like you Men in Black or something.
Dude,
you ain't got the pen to do that.
It doesn't matter.
Go ahead and read. First team. Hold on. First team. No. First team to go down 14 under 3 minutes and win a football game. But previously, that never has ever happened in the NFL. Ever. Mr. Offensive play calling. Oh, yeah, I wonder how you blew a 14-point lead with less than 3 minutes. A game that you should have won. You obviously see it right here. I know you're looking at it. I know. You don't like to look at it, but it's okay. You lost. You got your boot smoked. By the way, Marcus, at this point in time, hold on. Since week 7, Miami, you talked about running game. I heard you earlier, sir. Miami ain't had a 100-yard runner since week 6 now, mind you, and we already at week 15. Here comes 15. Yeah, when they beat the Jets again.
By the way, I didn't know
when they beat
what running back scored the most touchdowns in the league last year. Oh, I'm sorry, Torch. What running back was that scored the most touchdowns by a running back last year? Oh, what team is he from? I don't know. Do you remember?
Oh,
do you remember?
I'm gonna get to that.
What is it?
What is it?
Oh, you're gonna get to that. Oh, you're gonna get to that.
I got you.
Oh. All right.
We're going to get to that. I promise you we'll get to that. Okay, so Marcus the Alphabets. The reason why I can't stand your team, why your team annoys me. Y'all let this team beat y'all. Y'all let the Miami Dolphins beat y'all. And Mostert had 46 yards the whole game. And y'all
You
let
have
them beat y'all.
again.
By the
You
way, the
have
next 2
bad.
weeks
You have
was
bad.
nothing but L's.
I don't
Oh,
trip.
I'm
I
weeks
don't.
was
Hang
nothing
on,
but
hang on,
L's.
Torch. Hang on,
Hold on.
Torch.
Hold on. No.
Teams
That wasn't the
you've been
question.
talking for
No.
5
That wasn't the
minutes.
question.
You've been talking for
No.
5 minutes. You've been talking for 5 minutes, bro.
Hold on.
Teams have
That wasn't-
bad games. They have bad games. It happens.
Okay.
It happens. Any given Sunday. Remember the movie Al
Again.
Pacino? Any given Sunday. You could have a bad game. I saw the Appalachian State beat the Michigan Wolverines one time. It happens. You're saying they lost to this team. They're all professionals, right? Does everybody in the NFL get paid? Does everybody in the NFL get paid?
Okay, and that's not my point. Okay, that's nice. That's not my point. Now let me finish. My point first and foremost is number one, Miami Dolphins never show up when it's real competition. That's number one. Let's be clear on that. Never show up when it's real competition. Jay Renard, I told you this last year. If your Miami Dolphins gave away the AFC East, I told you I was going to until they win the AFC East. I told you this. Don't act like this is nothing new. I told your ass clearly that if the Miami Dolphins did not win the AFC East, when y'all had that opportunity, you remember, you ain't got amnesia. I told you, and your team blew it. By the way, what would you say is the best part of Miami Dolphins right now? The offense or defense? Offense or defense?
I think both, because I think they're going to
offense or defense. Answer the question. It's real.
It's the team.
He said both, y'all.
You said, did you just say both with no Nick Chubb, with no Wilkins? Hang on.
Yes, he did. You heard Marcus. You heard his ass.
Bro,
you heard
wait a minute. Did you see that we picked up Calais Campbell?
40-year-old Calais Campbell. Are you serious? Is that what you're saying?
Wait, hold the fuck up. Hold up. Hold the fuck. Wait. Everything was cool. But did you say you picked up Calais Campbell?
Dude,
you think? Wait. Jay Renard, hold it. Jay Renard. Wait a minute, Jay. Hold up, Jay. I gotta ask, Jay. You really believe that picking up Calais Campble saves you from what you have in Christian Walker?
Over Wilkins.
For the first 5 weeks, absolutely it does.
Come on. Dennis.
Okay. And Brad, hang on. Bradley Chubb coming off of a torn ACL.
Wait a minute, Marcus, hold up.
Jay,
that just told
I
the
think
whole
I gave
world.
you too much credit, man. I gave you too much credit.
No, Marcus. That just told us Jay Renard, the whole world. You just told that you really didn't even believe in your defense.
Did you
know what's
say
funny about that?
Hold
on, no, Marcus. Yes, he said it. You heard him, Marcus. You heard what he said.
Did he just say with a straight face, Calais Campbell?
Yes, he did. He said that.
That was the funniest shit I heard.
Dennis, he heard him. Marcus heard him.
Dude, he's gonna fill what a need for the first 5 weeks.
We literally,
he's a rotational player. He's 40 years old, dude. I can't believe you just said
Marcus,
that.
Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that. You didn't hear Jay Renard once last year. Marcus, you didn't hear Jay Renard not once last year mention no goddamn defense when it came to the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, I can't believe you just said.
I didn't hear.
Man, the Cowboys running back room. Torch. The Cowboys running back room. The Cowboys running back room is better. We're better. We just got Royce Freeman. We got Royce Freeman, man. He's gonna save all the Royce Freeman. We got Royce. We brought Royce Freeman in. That's the equivalent of saying Calais Campbell. He is a rotational, at best, maybe 18 to 20 snaps a game player at this point. You just said that. He is not a frontline player anymore. I cannot believe you just said that. You lost Wilkins. You lost Xavier Howard. You lost. You Bradley Chubb tore his ACL, and you're putting Chop Robinson, a rookie, out there in week 1. And you said that your defense is equal to the offense, one of the most prolific. I will give you that. Your offense is very explosive. I will give you that.
Marcus, but he don't believe that himself about his defense. But you know what's funny? You want to hear the epiphany on all this? The reason why his team actually won weeks 11 through, 5 games, weeks 11 through 16, those 5 games that they won was because of their defense. That's the funny part to the whole conversation. His defense held up the Raiders when they only scored 20. His defense held up the Jets. They held up the Commanders. They held up the Jets again, and they held up your Dallas Cowboys. 5 out of 6 weeks, they held up 11 through 16. So I can understand. Understand the whole defense. Except for the Cowboys. The reason why they hold on. Go ahead.
Except for the Cowboys, 3 of the worst offenses in the league. The Raiders. Are you celebrating beating Aiden O'Connell and Zach Wilson? Is that what we're doing?
No,
Aiden O'Connell and Zach Wilson.
No, and this is my point. But watch that. No, but this is Marcus. No, but this is my point. You only play who's on your schedule, and his defense actually held up those games. I again against mediocre teams. Against mediocre teams. Now, mind you, my whole point of this whole journey.
The better teams, we didn't have a full defense.
Hold on. My whole point of the journey was to prove that
Torch, name one game when we played a really good team or a playoff team where we had a defense that was completely healthy. 0 times. So keep coming.
Jay,
I want you to bring this up.
We talking about
because our defense had a lot of injuries last year.
I want to know what Dennis thinks about this. Dennis, we're talking about offensive play.
Hold on, no.
We're talking about offensive play calls. Is it fair to say
play calling is pretenders? They're pretenders. I'm telling you, it's pretenders. I'm telling you, the whole journey is pretenders. When they play a legitimate team, you see the Miami Dolphins offense fold. Period. Point blank. And we talking about coaches, whether it's offensive play callers, offensive signal callers, whatever the case may be. When it comes to I should play the Law and Order music right now. When it pertains to the Miami Dolphins, you are not the father when it comes to son and teams. When it comes to competition, you don't son no teams when it comes to competition. You beat everybody else.
Where were the Dolphins finishing the AFC?
You don't beat.
Where were the Dolphins finishing the AFC?
Second. You want to know why? Because they can't win. Second, you heard what I said. Second, because they can't win the big games that matter. That's why. They will not win the AFC. I got them at third.
What?
I don't give a listen.
Third place.
You got them finishing in third this season.
Third place. Yes, third place.
This season.
Yes, this season, the 2024.
Marcus, you want to put some more? You want to put something else on that too?
You already said that you're going to sweep the division. You already said you're going to sweep the division. You already messed up there. I
didn't say I swept the division. I said we would be
going to sweep the Bills. You're going to sweep the Bills. You're not sweeping the Bills, sir. You're not sweeping the Bills. You're really not.
Oh, yes, we
are. Okay, so Marcus, I'm glad that you brought up. Hold on, Marcus.
Those Bills are not a good team. Buffalo is not a good team. They're not.
I'm glad that you brought up the Buffalo Bills.
Dude, their own fan base.
No.
Their own fan base towards you. You up in Buffalo. I've seen that. People are fucking talking about how bad the Bills are going to be this year. That's their own fan base.
Okay, guess what? I'm glad that you listen. I'm glad that you listen to that rhetoric, and that's cool and that's fine and dandy. I'm the one who said that the measuring stick for the Bills is at 9-8 this year. I said it. But guess what? I'm gonna also say, Jay
Well,
Renard, if the Buffalo Bills went 9-8 in the division, hold on. If the Buffalo Bills went 9-8 and the division is on the line, your team is going 8-9. You've proven it way too many times.
How do you figure?
You can't win
Dude,
the
this
big
team is
ones.
a 12
And
13
on top of that,
win
you
team,
can't
dude.
win the big ones. You can't.
This is a 12 or
Okay, you said that
13
last year too,
win
and we
team.
all saw what happened. You said that last year, and we all saw what happened. You said the same thing
Yeah, if
last
they
year.
fell
We saw
short
what
by
happened.
one.
Hold on, Marcus. You know what's funny?
Wait a
Hold
minute.
on.
How many games
Marcus,
they
let me
win
get
last
to
year?
you.
How many games they
hold
win
on,
last
Jay.
year, Torch?
It's-
How many games they win last year?
You
They
won
won 11? They win 11
You
games?
won 11 and the Bills
Yeah.
still won the division for
Yeah.
now. With
And
that being
actually,
said,
I think in the
you won
preseason
11
show that
games
Marcus
last year,
had,
and we
I
still
think
won
I
the
said
division.
they were an 11 or a 12-win team, give or take a win or two. So yes,
And now
I
you
was
said
right
they're
on.
12.
I was on
And
the
now
money.
and now you're saying with their losses, with all of their losses, that they're a 12 or 13 win team. You have no offensive line. You lost your starting center. You lost your starting edge rusher. You lost
Hold
one of
on,
your
Marcus.
starting cornerbacks. You lost
Marcus.
your starting defensive tackle, but you got
That's-
Calais Campbell, and you're going to win 12 and 13 games.
Bro,
I got it.
let's talk
Marcus,
about
that's hilarious,
OBJ
bro.
a little bit
But
then,
you know what,
because
Marcus?
OBJ
You know what, Marcus? Hold on.
opens
I
up
got
a
you.
lot now too.
I got you. Watch
And you
this.
got Waddle and you have Hill. So how does that not, equal wins? That's at least worth
Because
two
your
wins.
quarterback has to have top.
Is that worth
because
at least two wins? I think so.
No, because
Still
you're
got our running game.
because you're
Our running game
Oh.
is still there. Achane still
Did you
there.
just say Odell
Mostert-
Beckham Jr.? Did you just say Odell Beckham Jr.? That's nearly as bad as Odell Beckham Jr., who's missed like 30 games in the past 3 years.
I get
so
that.
That's right
I
there.
get it.
That's nearly as bad.
Listen.
Jay.
That's not what I'm
Come on,
saying. I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said the impact
Okay.
he has
Hold
to
on.
have Waddle and Hill become more open, because you still have to respect them. What are you just gonna leave OBJ
Do you?
like just?
Do you? Do you have? Do
Come
we
on,
really
Marcus.
have to respect
Come on,
Odell
Marcus.
Beckham Jr.?
Marcus, come on.
They
You
thought
are
so much.
smarter.
They thought so
You
much.
are
They
smarter
thought
than
so
George.
much of him.
You
They
are
thought so
smarter than
much of.
George.
Do you know what, Jay? Odell Beckham Jr. I think we're at the stage of his career. And we got to really be real about this. And Dennis, I want you to chime in on this, because you're an Eagles fan, I'm a Cowboys fan. We've seen Odell Beckham Jr. up close and personal. Odell Beckham Jr. has been living off of the fame of that one-handed catch for about 8 or 9 years. He's been living off of the fame of that one-handed catch in a game that they lost, by the way.
agree.
When he burned Brandon
agree.
Hughes' car. He's been living. How many games did he play for? He was supposed to go to Baltimore last year. 18 million. I need to be one of the highest paid wide receivers in the league. He's not that guy. He's really not. He will miss over under. Odell Beckham Jr. plays 12 games next year. Over under. Over under.
My thing not if they hold on, Marcus. My thing not if he played 12 games. Over under is he gonna get 700 yards. That's the over under I'll be here. 700 yards. It's an 18-game season.
Hold on.
700 yards. He ain't had 700 yards
I
last
got
year.
a better over
He
under.
doesn't need to have 700 yards in that offense.
Well, hold on.
He doesn't need to have 700 yards in that offense.
I got a better over under than that when we talking about the Miami Dolphins. If the Miami Dolphins really believe that this offense is so great, I haven't seen them make 2 moves at the offensive line position. Your offensive line was ranked 20th last year, by the way, sir. 20th. Let's be clear on that. That's number 1. You're ranked 20th in offensive line support for 1.
Yeah, and how many
2,
touchdowns did our running back have?
Hold on. 2.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Touchdowns? Wait a minute. No. You can't just throw that out there and disregard the fact of how many yards did Tua have passing? How many yards did Mostert
The last 7. Hold on. Watch this.
How many
the last
touchdowns
7
did Mostert have? You can't do that. You're selective.
You're selective. I'm gonna give you the answer. No, I'm not being selective. I'm giving you the answer. The last 7 weeks of the season, Tua didn't even throw for 280 yards but once. By the way, you had only 1 rusher that had 100 yards, and that was the game you got your ass spanked by the damn Baltimore Ravens, sir. Yeah, talk about offense. You wanted the answer. I'm giving you the answer legitimately. Go fact check it if you don't believe me. Tua didn't have not a 250-yard passing game, but once the last 7 weeks of the season. That's not including your loss in the frozen tundra playoff game where you got your asses sent home. By the way, again, I'm telling you, my whole synopsis of this is that the Miami Dolphins offense is fraudulent, very fraudulent, especially when they play fucking competition. Real rap, it's fraudulent. You can let those skewed ass numbers fool you if you want to, but when they play real teams, that offense goes real quick, real fast, like EC3 in the WWE. Real fast, his ass was up out of there, and that's exactly the same thing with the Miami Dolphins offense when it comes to playing.
We got a little bit.
I hope we're going to clip this. I hope we're going to clip this.
Dennis, here's another thing too. You mentioned the Bills. You mentioned the Bills. How the fuck is Ken Dorsey on this list when Joe Brady took his job? I'm not understanding. Please, somebody tell me for the life of me. Ken Dorsey's on the list. Joe Brady took his job. By the way, Joe Brady also came the week after they lost. The week after they lost to Dennis's Eagles, and for 7 weeks straight, they won football games without Stephon Diggs being at use, without Gabe Davis being at use, 1 and 2. That's your number 1 receiver and your number 2 receiver. And Joe Brady won all 7 games, sir. And Joe Brady is not on this list. Joe Brady should be on the damn list.
Where's Ken Dorsey?
He's number 9 on the list. He was number 9 on the list. I don't give a damn what team he's on now. He's number 9 on the list. He shouldn't be.
Are we excluding Mike McCarthy? Are we excluding Mike McCarthy off this list?
Dude, Mike McCarthy should have been on the list, but again, this is why I say that the list is skewed. We put fucking Mike McDaniel at number 4 with his pretended ass team up there. Yet he's over Matt LaFleur. How? Last I checked, my team smoked your motherfucking team in the playoffs, Marcus. Smoked them.
Yeah, but Mike McDaniel. Don't forget. Mike McDaniel is a better offensive coordinator than Matt LaFleur.
Not to me.
Mike McDaniel.
Not to me. And again, I gave you privilege. Not to me.
I mean, you can say that, but I mean, he did put up 70 points.
The Packers.
Well, I mean, you're a Packers fan, so I don't think you would think
the Packers had no real receivers. The Packers had no real receivers last year, and the Packers damn near ran the table the second half of the season. Went to the playoffs.
They got in the playoffs.
Damn near beat the 49ers. The same one that's number 1 on.
Y'all got in the playoffs as a 7th seed, and y'all should have beat the 49ers.
And they went further than his team.
And y'all should have beat the 49ers.
I mean, wait a minute. They went further than all y'all teams on here. And they went further than every team that's on here right now. Wait a minute. They just make sense.
That don't mean that they're better off.
They went further than every one of y'all teams on here with no
right. That doesn't make Matt
in Green Bay. Go ahead.
It doesn't make Matt LaFleur a better offensive
Your play calling got to be good enough. Your play calling got to be good enough. Your play calling got to be good enough to win football games consistently.
Listen, I've been watching. I'm not saying your play calling was ass. I'm not saying that. But I was sitting back and I've been watching a lot of Cowboys tape because they all over. A lot of Cowboys fans and a former player all said that they felt as though Mike McCarthy just wasn't giving them the full potential to win that. I'm sorry. They defensive coordinator, my fault. Wasn't giving them the full potential to win that game.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn. Dan Quinn.
Yeah, it seems
that's
he was getting the
pattern. Come on, man. We ain't
it is their fault. Hold up, Dre, you're right. Dre, you're right. That's their fault. It's their fault. You're right. You're 100% right.
Right. That's their fault. If you don't perform, that's your fault. If you got erectile dysfunction when it matters most, that's your fault. That ain't whose fault is that? I told you everybody can't hop to on that shit to make it have some value. Fuck out of here. I'm not hearing that shit. We're not hearing that shit.
Again, a lot of your success has to do with a lot of your success as an offensive play caller. A lot of your success as a play caller has to do with your personnel. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say that that's everything, but who's working with more, Mike McDaniels or Matt LaFleur? You got Waddle and
Mike McDaniels is working with more.
Mike
McDaniels is working with more.
You gotta scheme those guys open. You gotta scheme those. You gotta scheme those guys open. You can't just say throw a bomb to Tyreek Hill. You ain't got to get very creative with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. You don't have to get very creative. You don't have to get very creative at all.
Right. So why
when you're out there with,
you're telling me.
Why my man?
Oh man, this is
with Watson, with Christian Watkins and Romeo.
Why
Dobbs?
my man Jordan Love?
Come on, man. Huh? Wicks, Dontavion Wicks.
I've seen them up front and personal. I'm not. Let's be mindful here. Again, dude, there's no excuse. Again, there's no excuse why we got his damn coordinator over Matt LaFleur. First of all, Matt LaFleur has accomplished more and went further with less.
I'm still taking Mike McDaniels. Mike McDaniels be scheming up some shit over there, man.
That's fine.
Still taking
That's
Mike
cool.
McDaniels.
That's cool. I have no problem. With you doing that. But I ain't about to sit here.
Now, let me say everything together. If you just going by the last 6 weeks of the season, going into the postseason, Matt LaFleur is the better offensive coordinator. But if we going by the whole season, Mike McDaniels is the better offensive.
It's really split.
I like
hairs
this
because
dude.
they all
I like
come from
this
the
dude.
same.
I like this.
They
dude.
all come from the same. They all come from the
That's
same
because
school.
that's because I'm honest. That's why. That's why you like me. I'm honest.
No, I get it. Like Torch likes to just like throw.
I'm
shit
honest,
out
you
there
know.
and hope that it's fucking gonna stick.
Oh no, sir. What did I throw out there? Truth. I threw nothing but truth out there. The last 7, I threw nothing but truth.
Hater.
If we talking about
You're
as
a hater.
today,
You are a hater.
No hater. Your team can't perform. That's the problem. You sitting up here trying to listen. You've been doing this for 2 years. You know what? You're the only person I know that's on this panel that haven't been humble about their team yet. You the only one. The only one that ain't been humble about their team yet. Marcus done got humble. He been humble. Marcus has been humble. Last year should have humbled Marcus. If it didn't humble Marcus, it should have. Marcus ate a whole bunch of humble pie last year. Dennis,
give me a reason. When you give me a
example,
reason,
let's be clear.
When you give
Dennis
me a
got
reason,
humble last year. Hold on.
then I will. When you give me a reason, then I will. But
really?
until
okay, let me give you a couple reasons. No. You want reasons? You want reasons? I mean, I ain't 50 Cent. I'm not really in the 21.
I got reason.
I will give you a couple reasons.
Josh Allen is 2-10. Josh Allen is 2-10 for the Dolphins. You still pick. And you still pick the Dolphins to win every time they play. I don't understand that. If a person is 10-2, hang on. If a person is 10-2 versus you, how do you feel that you have the advantage still? I don't fucking understand that. I don't understand how you could sit there with a straight face and then you Torch is talking about humbling, and then you come out and your rebuttal is we got Calais Campbell. Your rebuttal is we got Calais Campbell.
I didn't say that was going to put us over the top, dude. I didn't say that.
That's what you implied. That's what you implied. You said your defense has lost all these people. Your defense has lost all these people, and your rebuttal was we got Calais Campbell. That was your rebuttal. That's your words, not mine. That was your words, not mine. You lost Christian Wilson. We got Calais Campbell. That's what you said.
Marcus.
That's what you said.
Marcus, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Hold on, but Marcus, I got a question for you. Number 2. When the last time the Dolphins won a playoff game? When the last time they won a
That's
playoff
what I'm
game?
saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like when people say certain stuff, it's like, okay, what evidence do you have? What evidence do you have to make such a bold statement? I'm a big Top Gun fan. Sidebar. I'm a big Top Gun fan. You remember when he went in there, he goes, who's going to win the trophy? And Maverick said, me. He goes, and he looks at me, he says, that's very arrogant considering the company you're in. That's how you sound right now. It's like you're in a room full of fighter pilots, and you gonna say I'm the best pilot in here, and you ain't won nothing. That's just
Marcus.
It's like, come
Marcus,
on.
that's a hell of an analogy.
Very arrogant considering the company.
Marcus, that's a hell of an analogy.
You haven't won. You're sitting up here, and I'm telling you, Josh Allen's 10-2 versus the Dolphins. I don't care. We're gonna still win. That's not analyzing anymore. That's just that. You're the big one talking about homerism, super fandom, and stuff like that. And to say when you're 2-2 versus the Buffalo Bills that we're still going to beat them. What evidence? What scientific evidence besides just blind faith do you have that the Miami Dolphins are going to sweep the Buffalo Bills? What in the past, what recently has transpired for you to say on a live show that the Miami Dolphins are a better team than the Buffalo Bills? Please answer that for me. I just want to know. I want to know what the think it is, because if you can sell that, then if you can buy that
team than the Buffalo Bills.
If you can buy that, then I have some beachfront property. Then I have some beachfront property in Beirut. I'd like to sell. I got some beachfront property in Beirut that I'd like to sell you.
But that's okay.
What evidence do you have to say that the Miami Dolphins are better than the Buffalo Bills? And everybody knows. What do I get called? Dennis, you're in chat rooms with me. What do I get called when it comes to the Buffalo Bills? You're there.
Oh, you're a Bills fan. You're a Bills fan.
Not a Buffalo Bills fan. What would make you say that the Miami? I am not a Bills fan. I'm not. What would make you think on a live show and in chat rooms that the Miami Dolphins are better than the Buffalo Bills? Just answer that for me. I want to know.
And the reason why I go by the last 7 weeks is because Joe Brady technically was the coordinator the last 7 weeks of the season too. I mean, if you want to start by the very beginning, I mean, Joe Brady is
They lost. How many games did HA miss last year?
5.
How many games did HA miss?
Oh, we're talking about Jay making excuses. I don't make no. I'm not making zero.
Well, you're saying, Brady, that was your offense. That's who you chose. I'm saying the Buffalo Bills. That's who you chose. Ken Dorsey. You chose Ken Dorsey. You chose Ken Dorsey. So, like, I'm not giving you a pass for that. Now you did rectify the. You did.
Whoa! Hold on! No, sir. I never once was on a Ken Dorsey train when we talking this conversation. I don't give a damn about the Bills choosing Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey shouldn't be on a damn list. I don't give a damn what team he went to.
Okay, but guess what, Torch?
I just said
but see, you don't get no credibility for that.
Without a number one and a number two,
you don't get no credibility for that. You don't get no credibility for it because guess what? You said the same thing with the coach of the New York Giants, who y'all said sucked, and then the very next year he goes and wins Coach of the Year. So y'all like to complain. Y'all like to complain. I think the coach.
Wait a minute. Come on. That consolation ass prize, Coach of the Year bullshit.
That wasn't a consolation prize. That wasn't a consolation prize.
Hold on. Yeah,
they want to play. They won a playoff game.
Any coach that can get Daniel Jones to win the playoff game deserves all the props in the world. He made Daniel Jones look like a halfway decent quarterback.
Wait a minute, come out. So you're telling me that what was that? 2023?
That was 2 years ago. That was this year. That was 2 years ago. Right? 2022.
Okay. Answer the question. There wasn't no coaches better than Brian Daboll. There was no coaches better than Brian Daboll.
Looking at their situation,
no, they did a better job. No,
that should have won Coach of the Year.
He went head to head. He went head to head and beat Kirk Cousins and the Vikings in a playoff game. He got the New York Giants where the Eagles and the Cowboys are and got them to the playoffs.
Kirk
They're the
Cousins and the Vikings.
third best team in the division. They're the third
Kirk
best
Cousins
team in the
and the
division. They're the third best team in the division. He's still with Daniel Jones as their starting quarterback, and he still got them to the playoffs. I think that's a pretty damn good accomplishment. I think that's a pretty good accomplishment.
And listen, and I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hold on.
The team was built in. I'm gonna say this. The team was built into his swag.
Y'all just thought he sucked and he went somewhere else and shined and y'all were mad.
Okay.
That's what that was.
I like
Y'all
how you
chose
tried to
Ken
sucker
Dorsey.
me in.
Y'all chose
Ken
Ken
should
Dorsey.
not have been on the list. I don't
Y'all
know what
chose
team he went to. He shouldn't be on the list. Joe Brady didn't damn about.
And
who
Kim
picked Ken
Kardashian
Dorsey.
shouldn't ever marry. Kim Kardashian shouldn't ever marry
I don't
Kanye
give a
West.
damn
But here
about
we
that.
are.
You trying to make that my argument as if it's my argument. I don't give a damn.
Y'all chose.
Okay.
Y'all
that don't got
chose.
shit to do with me.
Y'all chose.
Hold on. That don't got nothing to do with
Y'all
me.
said
That don't got nothing to do with
he
me.
went.
Hold on, watch this. Watch this. Hold on. That don't got nothing to do with
Y'all
me.
chose.
So you telling me
Y'all
that in
chose.
2022, 23?
You chose it.
Yeah, I don't got nothing to do with me. That don't got nothing to do with me. That don't got nothing to do with me.
All I heard all year long. All year long.
So I'm gonna say this, right?
Our offensive coordinator, he sucks. Our offensive coordinator sucks. He sucks. He sucks. He goes the very next year and wins coach of the year. And y'all sit on. He sucks, huh? But he's a coach.
Yo, do you know what? Hold on. Watch this. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Do you know what's funny? Do you know where they have Brian Dable ranked that year on Pro Football or on the Pro Football Network rankings, head coaching rankings? Do you know where they got him?
Originally or afterwards? I know where he finished.
You know where they had him?
I know where he finished.
They had him middle.
I don't know where he started, but I know where he finished. It ain't where you start, it's where you finish. He finished as the coach of the year. He finished as a coach. I don't give a damn. He was ranked 32 at the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, he was ranked.
I'm looking at the after. I'm looking at the after.
The job he did was incredible. I wouldn't have had a
Again,
problem.
you know what's funny?
I
Caitlin
wouldn't
Clark
have-
was ranked
now-
number 1 too. Hold on. Caitlin Clark was ranked number 1. Hold on, watch this. Caitlin Clark was ranked number 1 too 3 years at Iowa. Was she the best player though? No. Let's be clear. Was she the best player?
You really
No.
don't like Caitlin Clark, do you? You just do not
I'm
like-
saying that because sports media does that. I'm saying that because sports media does that. They give consolation prizes. That shit is to me, that's a consolation prize.
That wasn't no
Bro,
consolation.
you've been on a smear campaign for Caitlin. Dude, you've been.
So y'all, wait a minute, George. So you mean to tell me that y'all Buffalo,
Listen, y'all not
Buffalo
again,
family,
and I give you
the Buffalo family, y'all really just gonna hate on anybody that leaves y'all. Dabo left y'all. Oh, he ain't that good. It was a consolation prize. He won Coach of the Year. There's 32 motherfucking coaches in the NFL. How is it a consolation prize?
no,
There's 32 coaches in there.
no,
Hell yeah.
32, and I'm guarantee you there were 4 or 5 better.
Obviously
Yeah.
not.
Every year you can say that.
There were some
Again.
people that year. I wouldn't have had a problem if Mike
That
Tomlin
award
would
to
have won
me-
it. I wouldn't have had a problem if Mike Tomlin would have won it. I wouldn't have had a problem if
Mike
Mike Tomlin would have won it.
Mike Tomlin should have
won
won it every year.
Mike Tomlin should have won it.
Y'all say that every year. Mike Tomlin should have won it. With the quarterbacks he had,
Well,
he should have won
should
it.
have won it.
Dabo had Daniel Jones. He made that quarterback actually look like a star. He shouldn't have won it. It's cool when they do it.
And
Cool,
that
and
was a year. And he used Saquon Barkley the right way. It ain't like he's working with a lot over there. I'll take it for a person who doesn't have a lot. And see, this is part of, this whole conversation, the beginning, the root of this conversation was who's a better offensive play caller. Part of your success, well, a lot of your success.
Hold on,
has
time
to
out,
do
Joe.
with your-
Mike, that's so funny of you. No, you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny, Marcus? You know what's so funny about you?
What's that?
Mentioning Ken Dorsey in Buffalo. You know what's so funny about that?
What's that?
Could you beat Ken Dorsey? Did you beat Ken Dorsey? Did you beat Ken Dorsey?
No, I
beat Ken Dorsey. I beat Ken Dorsey. I beat every coordinator y'all had.
You did. You ain't the one that started it, though. You're not the one that started. I'm getting to the person who started that was. I'm getting to the
that
one
was
who started
Brady
it for no reason. This man would have
Y'all did Joe Brady already. Joe Brady already.
Hold on. Mike is supposed to have a 6, and then all of a sudden he gonna send a friendly fire shot over here about Ken Dorsey. Nice try though, Marcus. I like how you did that. You waited till my back was turned.
I'm saying y'all are the ones. Y'all are the ones that was. When y'all first got Ken Dorsey, you're like, "Whoa, man, Ken Dorsey's gonna open up the offense, man. He's so much better than Brian Dale." When you were, it showed what you were. You said that he's gonna open up the offense, man. He's so much better.
You didn't complain about Mike McCarthy. Hold on, though, Dennis. Ask him, did he complain about Mike McCarthy? Ask him. You ain't complaining about Mike McCarthy.
I mean, well, I remember being on a show with two guys. I remember being on a show with two guys, and they told me that Mike McCarthy was better than Andy Reid before Andy Reid won a Super Bowl. Let me get that out the way. I remember two guys.
Mm-hmm. Who was that, Marcus?
I remember they were telling me how much better Mike McCarthy is than Andy Reid.
I remember that. But go ahead, Marcus. Keep shooting friendly fire.
We have to say no. Mike McCarthy. Listen, Mike McCarthy. Look, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this for the whole world. Okay, you ready? The Dallas Cowboys could get Andy Reid. They could get Bill Belichick. They could get Vince Lombardi. If Jerry Jones is still the GM, it doesn't damn matter. He ran off Jimmy Johnson. He ran off Bill Parcells. I think Mike McCarthy's a hell of a coach. I think he's a pretty damn good coach. They've been 12-5 for 3 straight years. It's Jerry Jones.
Marcus, you be on Change of Heart. Wait a minute, Marcus. Your ass need to be on the Change of Heart show.
He said Change of Heart.
No, not on that. Oh, hell no. Did it.
Well, yeah.
Pull out them dude wipes. Pull out them dude wipes.
You got to wipe his ass. Marcus, they said you got to go wipe your ass.
He thought he was slick.
You got to go wipe your ass.
Man.
Mike McCarthy's and this is the reason why if Mike McCarthy does not have a good season this year, that's why they have not extended him. Dak Prescott better have a good season. Dennis, you're the one.
Didn't he just have a good season?
Dennis, before they paid Dak Prescott, what did I say? You were on the show with me. What did I say before they paid Dak Prescott?
You said don't play him.
I did say that. I do not play favorites. I don't play favorites. I don't play favorites. I'm the can man. Torch. Not only am I the alphabet, you know what else I am, Torch? I'm the can man. That means anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. I don't play. I'm not. My name is Marcus Betts. My name is Marcus Betts. It ain't Marcus Jones. It ain't.
Hold on,
it's Marcus Betts. It ain't Marcus Jones. I don't think that.
He better realize that he kicked the Mike McCarthy can last year while you sitting up here trying to hypocritically talk about people who they complaining about. Sir, don't try that shit. You kicked that can, sir. That was a tomato can. You love talking about tomato cans. Last year, the year before, when that Prescott was throwing all them damn interceptions and shit, he was kicking Mike McCarthy's can quick. Matter of fact, Marcus,
I don't think that's on Mike McCarthy.
He was the same one who thought Dallas was gonna fire his ass. I remember, sir. I got faith.
The team was not listen. The team, they should have fired him. They should have fired him. They should have fired him. I said if they lose in an embarrassing fashion, I said if they lose in an embarrassing fashion, I said if they lose in an embarrassing fashion, Mike McCarthy needs to be fired. He needs to be fired.
Hold on. So I guess 48 points put up on your head by a first year quarterback.
I said that. I said look, I do a show every torch. I do a show every Friday night. It's on YouTube. I got all the receipts. That's what I said. I said if they lose in an embarrassing fashion, he needs to be fired. You know, I mean,
that's why I'm not letting you get away with it.
Jerry. Part of it is Jerry Jones. And like I said, it don't matter who they bring in. They can bring in Vince Lombardi. They can bring in Hank Stram. They can bring in Andy Reid. If your general manager has his hand up in everything, it's hell. There's an article that just came out yesterday that Mike McCarthy's getting tired of Jerry Jones's crap. There's an article that just came out. I posted it up in the group. It's hard to do your job when the damn owner is when the owners. But before we move on to another subject, do we agree?
So funny, Marcus. Wait a minute, Marcus. That's funny because Mike McCarthy was at an organization that was owned by the community. What was his excuse then?
Aaron Rodgers.
What was his?
He won a Super Bowl.
Bro.
He won a Super Bowl.
Bro.
He won a Super Bowl.
A lot of y'all like to crap on Aaron Rodgers, and I don't even understand.
I like Aaron Rodgers.
I like to crap on Aaron.
I like Aaron Rodgers.
He's held up that whole organization on his arms, legs, and shoulders. The hell are we talking about? Like,
I agree.
Please stop that. Mike McCarthy is not the reason why Green Bay was fucking successful. Let's be clear on that. Let's not do this again. Mike McCarthy seems like the one who cries when the shit don't go his. Don't even get me started. Now you might have a narrative with the Jerry Jones shit, but I ain't buying too much of Mike McCarthy at all. I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying.
You don't think he's a good? You don't think he's a good?
I honestly now here's my thoughts on Mike McCarthy.
He only gets you so far.
I think he's good enough to get you to the playoffs, but he's not good enough for you to win playoff games.
Thank you. Exactly. I'm glad we on the same page, Dennis. I think he's good, but he only gets you so far.
He's not just like your man over
here. Just like your man over here, Mr. Fear the Dolphins over here. Eyeing off you, Mr. Mike McDaniel. Listen, I'll put it out there again. If your team don't win the fucking AFC East this year, I swear my dislike for them goes up even more. Because
they're not going to win the AFC East. They ain't going to win the AFC East.
Who's going to win the AFC East?
You ready?
Who's going to win the AFC East?
You ready?
Even say the Jets. Don't even say the Jets.
I am saying the Jets.
You love the Jets.
I am saying the Jets.
They're not. I guarantee you the Jets. Yeah. No way. No way.
Under this, with one caveat, and I want to put this on wax.
Oh, okay.
If Aaron Rodgers plays the majority of the games, the New York Jets will win that division.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Best running game in the division. Breece Hall.
You say that, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
You say that, but I don't think that. You're hoping that a rookie. You're hoping that a rookie actually produces.
I'm not relying on the rookie. Breece Hall in his second year. Breece Hall in his second year off of an ACL. Breece Hall.
They hear you.
Breece Hall in his second year off of an ACL.
My voice is kind of horrid.
You're gonna have
talk about the
Breece Hall. I'm gonna give you a little free fantasy advice. Ready? Since you're not that good at fantasy football, I'm gonna give you a little free fantasy football advice. Okay?
Damn, Marcus. Now you ain't had to do all that. Now, Marcus, you ain't had to do all that.
Breece Hall will be a top three. Breece Hall will be a top 3 running back this season. I'm gonna give you some free. I'm gonna give you some free fantasy advice.
Dude, you need to go back to sleep. You need to go back to sleep because you are clearly dreaming right now.
I'm dreaming.
Breece Hall, a top 3 running back this year.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dennis, you were in the league. You were in the league with me. Who did I run it up with? Who are my starting running backs? I won my second championship, by the way. You got a list. You are hard-headed, and that's why you just be losing money. That's why I call you ATM. The gift that keeps on giving. Jay Renat, the gift that keeps on giving. You're right on time every year. Because you just make these outrageous claims. ATM, automatic teller machine. Cha-ching. Every time I see you, I just cha-ching.
So you're telling me that Breece Hall was the top 3 running back last year?
This year he will be. This year.
This year. No, I don't think so. No.
This year he'll be. He's going to be top 3 in rushing.
Then put some money on it. I'll put money on it.
That's what I'm saying. I said it already.
We can. I'm gonna have you on the show. I'm gonna have you on the show when I do the AFC division breakdown show. I'm gonna have you on there, and we'll put something on wax. I'm already gonna take a hoodie away from you. You said that the Miami Dolphins. You saying the Miami Dolphins are gonna sweep the Buffalo Bills? That ain't happening. That ain't happening. That's not happening. I already got my hoodie picked out. I already got it picked out.
You're gonna be nervous after week 4.
I'm not nervous. I don't ever get nervous
after week 4 because Miami's already gonna get that win. And then you're gonna have to wait another 7 weeks. You're gonna wait another 7 weeks until you get another L.
Another L, Mr. Matt Corral. This is Mr. Matt Corral is going to be the starting quarterback of the Carolina Panthers over the number 1 overall pick. This is Mr. Matt Corral is going to be the he lost. That was one of the wagers he made me last year. Like I said, the ATM over here, the gift that keeps on Matt Corral.
I can't help it if his head's not on right, dude. Like he said that with a straight face, like he just said Calais Campbell's going to come in and save the defensive line. Matt Corral was far better, head and shoulders above anybody else on that squad.
No, he's not. No, he was a 5th-round pick in a terrible quarterback draft. He got drafted after Kenny Pickett. Stop it, Jay. Stop it. He got picked after Kenny Pickett. He got picked, and then he came back, and they had Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, and they said, "Get up out of here." Then they drafted the number 1. They drafted quarterback number 1. What does that tell you? What they think about Matt Corral? And then he ain't in the league no more.
Corral went to New England, and he left. He just disappeared.
No, they cut him. They got rid of him because he's not good. And guess what? He didn't even play in the U.S.
They didn't know what to do because he just left. The kid's head was not right. Get the facts, man. The kid's head was all messed up. I don't know what it was.
He didn't even play in the UFL this year, man. You can't make it in the UFL. You can't. All the bad players go to the UFL. You can't go to the UFL.
Is he just done with football? I mean, that could be it too. Johnny Manziel ain't playing anymore. I mean, what?
Part of it.
I don't.
Well, y'all make sure we've been on here arguing. We did 2 topics. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to the Alphabet Football Show Friday.
You funny as hell, Marcus. You ain't even had to do that to him. But Dennis, you know what's so funny about that whole thing? They couldn't sweep the Bills even when the Bills got rid of their wide receiving core, and James Cook just did the rest. I mean, damn, you couldn't win the last game of the year either.
We'll see. We'll see. It's it. We'll see.
And Marcus, you know what?
And then what's the excuse is going to be? What's the excuse going to be towards? Oh, well, Buffalo ain't that good anyway.
Marcus, no, it's okay.
Nah,
Marcus
that's what it's going to be.
Show.
Miami owns Buffalo this year. Then they're going to be like, oh, that's not a rivalry. Oh, Buffalo's not that good this year. Oh, let's see what they do.
Hey, Jay, Marcus would know. Hold on, Jay. Marcus would know what's not a rivalry because the Packers and Cowboys ain't one either. He would know.
It's not a rivalry, right? It's not a rivalry right now. It's not a rivalry.
I know it ain't.
Just like it didn't used to be. Just like it didn't used to be a rivalry when Troy Aikman used to beat Brett Favre's skull in. It happens. It cycles. It's not a rivalry right now.
That's real rivalry. You see how quick he had to revert back to them 90s. He had to go back to the CJ. That's okay. his team is just like yours. They had to go back to the 90s for some relevancy. I get it. I understand. You real
still got
smooth
more
and slick,
Super
Marcus.
Bowls, still got more Super Bowls in Green Bay. And you got 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks. And you got 2 Super Bowls. You got 2 Super Bowls to show for 20
Hold on, you know what's
years.
so funny? Wait a minute. It's so funny how you talk about 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks when y'all done had 3. Y'all done had 3 real good quarterbacks. Hold on, time out.
You had them back to back.
Tony Romo.
You had them back to back. You
Tony
had
Romo.
30 years. You had 30
Tony Romo
years.
is back to back, ain't it? Tony Romo
ain't going to the Hall of Fame.
Ain't it?
Tony Romo ain't going to the Hall of Fame.
Tony Romo's not. We know that.
Tony Romo's not going to the Hall of
He
Fame.
played for the Cowboys.
Tony Romo's not going to the Hall of Fame.
He played for the Cowboys. Huh? Because he played for the Cowboys. That's why.
Favre,
Because he played for the
Brett
Cowboys.
He ain't won no Super Bowls. He didn't go to an NFC championship. Tony Romo's not going. He's not going to the Hall of Fame. Nor should he. Nor should he.
Marcus. Wait a minute. Time out. Eat the whole pie, Marcus. You can't have it one way and not the other.
I'm saying y'all had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. You had Brett Favre. You had Brett.
Tony Romo.
You had Brett. You had Brett Favre. You had Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now you got Jordan Love, and you got 2 Super Bowls to show for it.
They won. Oh, that's okay. They got more than the Cowboys got in 20 years. They got more than the Cowboys got in 20 years. I don't want to hear nothing.
Troy Aikman got more Super. Troy Aikman got more.
No, we're not talking about Troy Aikman. We talking about after Troy. We talking about after Troy. We talking about after Troy. After Troy. Okay. Yeah, after Troy. What y'all got after Troy? What y'all do after Troy?
You got 2 of the greatest quarterbacks ever, and got 2 Super Bowls to show for. Got 2 Super Bowls to show.
They got 2 Super Bowls, and y'all got 0 with Tony Romo and
you still ain't called us. And you still ain't called us. And you still ain't called us in the Super Bowl era.
We got y'all in 20,
you the oldest,
20 years.
You one of the oldest teams in the NFL, the Acme Packers, and you got 4 Super Bowls to show for it. The Acme Packers. You go all the way back 100. You're a 100-year-old franchise. And you done won 4 Super Bowls.
Marcus, they only a 60-some-year franchise. Not lying.
You was the Packers back, the Acme Packers, and y'all got 4 Super Bowls, and we got 5. You've been playing for 100. You've been playing for 105 years. You've been playing for 105 years and got 4 Super Bowls to our 5. Stop it. The Acme
Jay,
Packers.
it's okay. Jay, it's okay. His team ain't won shit in 20+ years either.
And we haven't.
He ain't been in no NFC Championship game. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. You ain't got to worry about your team. We ain't gonna come again and come see us again. Come see us again. We know it's easy money, ATM money. It comes down to Packers and Cowboys. We know the ATM.
It might be because y'all do seem to have our number. It might be because y'all been whipping our ass. I can't even say.
We got the combination. We got the key to the house. This thing. Jared's world is wide.
Put your feet up on the couch and everything. Eat all the sandwich meat. Drink up all the beer. Put your feet up on the table and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go to the refrigerator. Drink up all the Kool-Aid. All that shit. You already know. Yo, why Jay would not get off the joint? Because he knows. I don't know why he be trying to get with the Dolphins. Oh, he back on. I was about to talk about I don't know why he be that dog.
Talk about Calais Campbell. We got Calais Campbell. Calais Campbell to the rescue. Calais Campbell and Odell.
I told him his face was going to look different in 30 minutes. I told you his face was going to look different in 30 minutes.
We got Calais Campbell. I need
y'all to be the legitimate team next year. Hold on, let me look at y'all's schedule. Hold on, I can tell what y'all. I can tell what y'all record gonna be already.
Look at it.
No, let me look at y'all schedule real quick.
Look at it. Look at
see if y'all gonna be anybody that's legitimate.
We're gonna be bullies.
Hold on, 2024 schedule.
We're gonna be bullies.
Yo. See, you just give Marcus all his fuel to the fire. I swear y'all do. You be giving him hella fuel. I don't know why you do this. Too much. You give him too much fuel, bro. He be talking all that shit, as the Cowboys said. because your Miami Dolphins can't get it done. And I'm mad as hell because you should have got it done last year. I told you this. Last year. The hell? But hold on. I'm on your head. Oh, why, Marcus? Why you leave, Marcus? Don't your ass leave now. Now you want to go eat. Now your ass want to go eat. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit.
Yeah, look at it. I can show you exactly.
It's just me and you.
Be.
I get to talk to you.
Look at that. Look at that win right there. That win.
Oh, that's.
I see a lot of wins.
You sure?
I see a lot of
y'all. Hold on. Y'all play the Seahawks and Jaguars first 3 weeks. Y'all play the Jaguars, Bills, and y'all play the Seahawks. 1, 2, 3. Jay, you said you see a lot of. What's y'all record gonna be after week 3?
3-0.
You bet not tell me 3-0 like last year. I cannot. Jay,
3-0.
You know what? Yep. All righty, buddy.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
The Patriots, the Colts, the Cardinals,
the Patriots.
You got the Bills again.
Yeah, another win.
I will be at that game November 3rd. Y'all got the Rams on Monday Night Football. Y'all got the Raiders.
We might lose that game.
Okay, of course. Oh, y'all, you beat my Packers? You beating the Packers in Green Bay? November 28th?
I don't know. Not in Green Bay. I don't know. In Green Bay, I don't think so.
Yeah. I can't wait. Yeah. You're a smart man. You know. Y'all about to get y'all boots smoked on Thursday Night Football in Green Bay in November. The Jets.
We're going to split with the
Jets. Y'all got the Texans, 49ers.
Texans is going to be a tough game. Niners coming to us. They could be different. Yeah. I don't know, man. I gotta go by with y'all, if I gotta go 12, Jay Renat, if I gotta go by the pattern that y'all been putting together for the last 2 years, sir, a loss to the 49ers, a loss to the Browns, a loss to the Texans, or already. Y'all damn sure losing to the Bills at least once, if not twice. One loss. I'll give you one loss to the Bills. I'll give you one. Y'all might split. Y'all might win Thursday Night Football in Miami. And I would be careful about that. Because that's you're gonna cry about the Heat again?
Dude, I got the
cry about the Heat.
I got y'all winning 9 games.
9 games.
I got y'all winning 9 games this year. Because y'all gonna lose one to the Jets. You said you splitting. Watch this. You're splitting to the Jets. You're splitting. Hold on. You're splitting with the Jets, right? No. You're splitting with the Bills and splitting with the Jets, right? Oh, you sweeping the Bills? Y'all sweeping the Bills?
We're sweeping the Bills.
Lord have mercy. I cannot. I cannot.
Bills don't got a ball club this year, man. I'm telling you right now, they don't have a club.
Lord have mercy. I got y'all. Listen, again, a loss to the Texans. Y'all gonna do the same thing y'all did last year, except for it's gonna be inverse. Y'all about to lose late. Y'all gonna lose games late in the year. The Packers, Jets, Texans, 49ers, Browns. That looked like 5 losses to me.
Nah, we're gonna go.
You got the Jets
in that stretch
twice at the end of the year.
500
so
in that
split one
stretch.
Is either you're losing 5 games in a row or you're losing 5 and 6.
Relax.
Come at the end of the season
Purdy
after the Thanksgiving.
Ain't shit. Relax.
And before Thanksgiving, you're still Rams, Seattle, Buffalo.
Yeah, I said that. The
White,
Rams, yeah, I could see that.
The Colts,
Raiders, nothing.
Hey, Jay Renard. I swear to God, Jay Renard. I swear to God, if y'all don't win, I swear on everything I love. If y'all don't win the division this year, according to you, you know what? I'm gonna go off of your confidence. If y'all don't win the division this year, I'm telling you now, my anger for the Miami Dolphins is gonna raise by probably 3 if y'all don't get it done. And I'm already at a 9 with your Dolphins for last year, for coughing up the division last year, you fucking bums. I ain't gonna hold you on that. You know how pissed off I was with y'all. Y'all definitely should have won the division last year, and you didn't get it done. You could have put the Bills in a place where, I'm gonna be honest with you, they kind of need to be at. Who? You ain't hear that from me though. Hold on. You didn't hear what I just said. You can go ahead and clip it if you want. Y'all had the opportunity to put the Bills in a place that I think they need to be at. Hold on. I'll say it one more time. I'm giving you a third chance to clip it. Y'all had the opportunity to put the Bills in a place that I believe the Bills should have been in. Because I honestly think that they need a humble check. They need a reality check and a piece of humble pie, to be honest. But you didn't hear that from me. Again. So much for y'all thinking that I'm such a Bills fan, when I'm really, I told y'all this. Y'all be thinking I'm playing when I say that. I'm dead serious. You had the opportunity. That's why I'm mad at you. I'm mad at your team. Josie and the Pussycats. Y'all asses had a chance. Hawk 2 on that shit. Huh? The fuck? Mad as hell. Anyway, for y'all watching, yeah, y'all heard it. Clip it 3 times. I don't care. Serious. My standard for the Bills, I told you this already, is 9-8 this year. If the Bills go 9-8 or less, I told you what they should do. Get rid of some asses. That's what need to happen. Ain't no way you going to a new stadium with a team that's digressing and expect people to pay big time money for seats. Now, did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
Did you hear that? Oh, okay. All right. I just want you to go ahead and clip it. Marcus think he's slick with his slick ass. I'm gonna get him too on another show. I'm gonna get his ass. His ass is mine this year too. I'm gonna roast his ass. He know. He give up some money to me all the time, every year. It just the way he say you give up money to him, Marcus give up money to me. So don't worry about it. It's a revolving door. You pay him to pay me, because his ass had to pay me a couple times last year. That's okay. No problem with it. And with that being said, Jay Renard, I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm glad we only did 2 topics, because I ain't even had to go down the list. This is a whole nother show for tomorrow. If need be, it's gonna be a whole nother show. Because I ain't even get to none of the stuff I wanted to get to in an hour and 45 minutes. And Dennis Holmes, shout out to you too. Appreciate you too. I know you probably wanted to talk a little bit more, but right now the Stanley Cup is 1-1. 1-1 tie. By the way, it was behind me. If y'all didn't pay attention, it was behind me the whole time. Right there. The whole time. And it's on mute. I don't even know. But yeah. Florida scored first, and then Edmonton scored right after, right back, real quick. I think this is going to be Edmonton's night. I do. I got a feeling. Got a sneaky suspicion. You're going to see a first time ever. Well, first time in over, 80 years? Damn near 80 years? Yeah. That would be like the Dolphins winning a playoff game in the last 20-some years. Get it damn done, Jay Renard. Or I'm coming for that team again. For real, for real. I see y'all down the road.